Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Shout out Beverly Mays. I want y'all to take a look at this. This is crazy. This is an extreme close-up. Of course, I'm going to zoom out to give you a better perspective. But I just want to zoom in on the picture she sent me of these strange light formations in the sky. You see the shape of it. This is the ship right here. It's totally illuminated. This is the energy signature that's showing out through our atmosphere. And this is one of the entities right here. That's his face right there. Now I'm going to try to zoom in. See if we can pick it up. See him right there? You can see the outline of the head. The eye, the nose. I'm going to hold that in tight. Pull some contrast. Maybe zoom out a bit. Play with the light. And I'm going to go right into where that entity is. See him right there? Let's bring the light down even more so we can maybe pick up the ship more. Now this is just for the ship. Now this is the craft without the illumination. I took the bright completely out of it. You can see it's a solid structure. Let's take a look at that, my people. Look at the detail. Look at the face that's on it. Looks like the face of a cat. I'll zoom in tight. Right there. And that looks like a crown with some type of insignia in the middle. But that's clearly a face. You see the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the face. And then the smaller entity right here. You can almost see its clothing. And that's with all the light stripped out of it. And you see the activity right here also. More faces. I'll zoom in. See that? Eye, big bird beak, mouth open, something on top of his head. I'm gonna hold that in tight. Okay. Now I'm gonna zoom out slightly, pick up the contrast again in the light. And you can still see everything I just detailed. But the light, of course, obscured what I just showed. But that entity right there is still showing up. And you see all these other spirits and entities that are in the darkness. Like, to show you that it's not a fluke and it's not pixelation, I'll zoom in to show you the faces. You see them? This is a supernatural world we live in, my people. You got to get over it. Okay? You watch all these scary movies, TV shows, and you just take everything they say right in. But a guy like me come along and show you some real stuff, it's kind of hard for you to understand, but you'll get it. Shout out Beverly Mays. This picture is not done because I'm going to show you the whole picture now. That's the ship we were just looking at. Now we still have these. So altogether, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to zoom in on this one right here. Okay, folks. Welcome to the Supernatural, shown like no other. Shout out subscribers for sending in these super fire pics. You already know what it is. Subscriber picks and breakdowns. Look at that, my people. Now let's just zoom out to show you where that is in perspective. Are you seeing that? That is wicked crazy. Let's zoom in. Let's show you the entities that move throughout our atmosphere every single day. Play with the light a little bit. You see the faces. That's not me making stuff up. These are pictures sent in from subscribers. I'm here to show you. I see it all. Look at these entities all around. And let's zoom out for perspective to show you how they're all stacked up together. And that's the complete zoom out. Let's refocus. Go back in. Okay. This is the third ship. Let's pull down the light. Zoom out so it can focus in clearly. Then we have another one right here. Pull down the light. Let it focus in. And you can clearly see that's some type of anomaly moving through the night sky. Let's see if we can get a nice tight zoom in on this one right here. Because when I'm filming sometimes, all of a sudden the focus wants to act crazy. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. You see the shape of it. Now we're going to go in and we're going to strip down the light so maybe we can pick up the craft. Check that out, folks. Let's see. There we go. Come on. Let's hold that in tight. Now I'm going to zoom in with my hand. And I'm going to zoom back out. I want this one to really show in because it's not translating properly. But we're going to see what we can do. Okay. Extreme zoom. Okay. Let's see how far we can get in with the tablet. Then let's strip down the light. Look at the shape on that, folks. It's crazy. See the ship come out? See the lines in it? Yeah, it's not even the brightest thing in this photo, which is so crazy. Out of the 4 objects, because this one is actually the brightest right here. But when I zoom in on those, man, just super craziness. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, crazy pic. Shout out Beverly. All right, off the rip. Shout out Queen Darlene. She sent this one in. This one right here is crazy, y'all. Let's take a look at the formation. Unbelievable. All right, let that sink in. Now, there's a couple things I saw as soon as I looked at it. I saw this face on the side of the craft. Now, let's see if we can square it up. Okay, that's good right there, and I'll try to strip down the light so it can poke out. You see the face right there? Eyes, nose, mouth. Look like some type of pointed crown on top of the head with something in the middle of the forehead. I'm going to zoom in to show you that that's not a fluke because here's the eye right here. See the lips? See the nose, chin, crown? Let's zoom out and see if we can get it even clearer. Right there, folks. Now let's show you this entity right here. I'm an extreme zoom in on his face to show you. A lot of people, not a lot, some think that what I do is like me making up stuff out of the shapes in the sky. But just think about that. You sound crazy saying that. Because how can I show you a head of a creature that's unknown, that looks like some type of monster or beast, right? Here's his horns. Here's his scaly face, his nose, the side of his head. And here's his eye right here. You see his eye right there. There's his nose. Now let's just hold that in tight. For the skeptics, I'll outline the whole entire creature's head. And here's the eye, the nose, the other eye, the mouth. Okay? Look at the ridges going in from the ear all the way up to the side of the head. Now, let me zoom out on the device and zoom in and hold it in tight. See, it's illuminated on the picture, but when I strip down the light, you see him stick right out. I'm going to go in just on his eye and the face and the nose. And I'll put my point on the eye to show you. Here's the cavity of the eye. You see the fucking pupil right there. That's too high level detail. Let's move swiftly. Giant craft. Just showed you the face there and the face on the side of the ship. You got to be kidding me if you don't think this is some type of giant vessel. Look at the detail and structure on it and etchings that I showed you on the side, an entity that's in it, and this would be the cockpit. Aerodynamic, pointed in the front. You see the structure on the side right here. We're going to go into that. But let's just zoom in right here in the windscreen area to see if we can pick anything up. And we're going to pull down the contrast. Entities and faces. I see the guy right here. Here's his nose. Here's his eye. Here's the top of his head. And here's his facial hair. I'm going to zoom in just on him to show you how detailed that is. Let's play with the contrast. I'll put my pointer on his nose. And the eye, the head, the crazy ears coming out, and crazy facial hair. Out circle the head of the beam. Put my point on his nose because his nose is right here. Zooming out. Shout out Queen Darlene. This picture is crazy. And then we'll zoom into this smaller craft that's trailing the bigger ship. From my experience, it's always another smaller vessel or multiple always trailing the bigger craft. And it's right here. I mean, it's shaped like the helicopter. I mean, you clearly can see that. It has the tail section, looks like the cockpit section, the front, and the underbelly. This even looks like a mock rotor. You see that, my people? But understand, everything you see in this reality comes from somewhere. We saw the ancient carvings on the walls of helicopters, tanks, all types of flying vessels. So we know. And let's pull down the contrast to show you. I mean, just look at the shape of it. Always shaped like nature. Everything that's a concept comes from nature. Submarines, airplanes, they have wings, right? Like a bird, fins. Come on. Look at that. You can almost see the propeller. And then look at this solid dark structure, this geometry that's on the back of the giant ship. Now let's zoom out. Crazy picture. And you still can see that entity sticking his head out right there. Pointer on the eye. Look at the face and the head. You got to be blind not to see that. I'm super zoomed in showing you. I mean, look at the mouth. Look at the nose. Here's one eye, two eye. Here's the ear. Here's the texture and detail that's on the creature. Yeah, man. Big up Buja Bantan, man. And moving forward. Oh, this picture is crazy. I'm going to pull up the contrast, folks. Okay. Shout out. This is my man picture, Skylard Atherley. Shout out Skylard Atherley. This picture is crazy, bro. Like, he sent me a lot of pictures, but it's for a reason because it's so much stuff. I'm just going to zoom in on this lizard-looking being right here and pull. I mean, it's littered. It's littered with entities and life. Of course, it's going to be subscriber picks part 2, 3, 4. I got so much heat that people sent in. I mean, look at this being right here. With his, you can see the nostril, his mouth, his eye. I'll zoom in. Come on, you see his mouth is cracked open. You can see his nostril. Look at the eye. Look at all the entities and beings that's all around. Now let's go right here. Let's play with the light. Come on. Look at all these people. Faces, white robes. Look at this guy. Arm bent back, white robe on, head. Looks like a woman. I see hair. You got to be kidding me. At least this picture is so crazy, y'all. I mean, look at all the people. Look at the entities. The bearded man, creature with horns. It's all. Look. Come on. If you can't see this, you're a damn fool. You don't want to see. I'm here to show you. Look at all the people. See their clothing? Look at this guy right here. You can see his damn beard and his fucking hair. Let's zoom in on him. See his beard? This crazy thing sticking out the side of his head. See the top of his head? See his face? See them? Come on. Third eye vision all day long. That's what I do. Giant ships with entities. All sorts. Take your pick. Life from A to Z. Stuff you never seen or heard of. But when the sky opened up and it's all revealed, you'll have that, that understanding that a guy like me was trying to show you. Come on. You see the faces, shit on top of their head. Stop playing. Stop playing. I don't have to make up anything. Just show you what nobody else is showing. Creatures. Etherical beings flying through the sky, always looking like nature. Come on. Can't see that? That's an animal head. You see the eye, the mouth, wide open, entity riding on his back. Come on, wake up, folks. See the dorsal fin coming off the side. These things fly through the sky. And entities are riding on their backs. Look at this entity riding on his back. Come on, let's zoom in on it. You see it. Come on. You see his nose. You see his eye. He has something sticking on his forehead. Here's the whole head, and here's the body. And that's the creature that he's riding on right here. Looks like the never-ending story. And that's the face of the creature right there. Let's zoom in on the creature's face so I can show you his eyeball. You can see the detail and texture in it. Come on. This picture is heat. All types of beings flying around. And look, this is the whole picture right here. Look how fly it is. Right over the mountain range, you know? Shout out Skylard. Peace, love, and light to everybody that support this channel. Like, share, subscribe. You already know. More than anything, share. Look at the faces. Look at all the people. You see it already, and I ain't even pulled a contrast yet. Look at that. Imagine running into that. Probably shit your pants. Yeah. Look at all the activity going on. Let's play with the light. Let's go. Okay. Something else I saw in this picture that was so crazy to me. Let's go right here. Look at all the beings. Look at that guy. See his black eyes, his head, his body. Craziness, folks. Look how much detail is in this thing. Look at that sad face. Did that look like anybody y'all know? Y'all need to pray for him. Eye, nose, mouth, chin. And it looked like somebody beat the crap out of him. If that's anybody's family in the etherical realm, he's showing through right there. I'll pull the contrast down more so you can see it. You see the face? His left eye is blinded because it has a circle completely over it, like a patch. And then this eye is a slit and it's blackened. Here's his nose and his mouth is slanted this way. Here's his face, chin, going around, going up. I'll hold it in tight. And you see all the other beings that's around him. I mean, come on. Can you see all these entities that are flying and floating around? I mean, you can see hair. See it for yourself, folks. Unbelievable, but believable. Giant ships with entities and beings flying all over the place. Look at these people flying around. They're you know what? Hold on, let me pull it in. They're flying to this guy right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all going this direction toward him. I'll zoom in on some of the people that's flying so you can see it for yourself. You see the heads, arms extended, arms extended, arms extended, and they're flying to this creature right here. I'll zoom in on it. You see him? You see this creature right here? Look like it got a tail and everything. Like a fish. And they're flying over to it. Yeah. See the big reach out right here? I'm telling you, it's a system above your head that's so vicious. You'll never understand it. It's like a manufacturing plant, an assembly line. Yeah, Skylar, you got some crazy pictures, bro, and they like, whew, vicious. I mean, so vicious. Let's just zoom out on this one. Look at this, folks. You see the ship right there. Look at this guy right here. Let's see if it'll come through. Crazy. Unbelievable. People on the edge. Entities. Look at that. Gotta be kidding me. Telling you folks, it's crazy. I'm gonna end out with this picture, but of course, more subscriber pics to come. Look at all the people. This is right above our heads, folks. Okay. One love, peace, love, and light. You already know. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna finish out with the sad face. I'm gonna let that sink in, let that resonate. Shout out Skylard, Atherley, and everybody that sent in photos. We doing all this together. I'm not the only one that sees things. Okay? It's real, folks. Wake up. Look at that tortured face. You see it for yourself. Nose, mouth, black eye, and this other eye got a patch over it. Here's the chin. We're going to zoom out with the sad man's face. Peace, love, and light.